Batgirl issue 44. We'll make this snappy.
Oh, yes, please.
So this is basically just Batgirl's fighting a dragon in this made-up world from the writer who can make things happen in here. And the dragon, he's not under his control anymore. The dragon's kind of reacting to the emotions of Batgirl and Jason. And basically, because Jason's like a newly in love person, he's in love with Babs, and this is how she finds out. A lot of this is about their romance and about her trying to give him like dating advice as Batgirl to go talk to the person he's in love with, but that's actually her. Like, I could see some potential humor in there. I just don't feel the chemistry here at all. So it was kind of just yeah. I mean, I didn't. In some ways, I don't think it's quite as bad as the last issue was for me, just because it was all focused around this one like fight, and it was like, okay, what's making the dragon stronger or whatever, like what are we doing? It felt a bit more focused and was easier to just kind of like follow because of that, but I still wasn't really into it.
No, I agree with everything you said. I think it's definitely better than the last issue. Just in terms of it flows easier, because it's not worrying about the mystery of what's going on, setting things up. It's just, okay, we're in this world, let's just do the dragon thing.
Although there is a twist at the end, which, like,
Shocking.
Jason, like, cocoons a homeless person.
Yeah, because obviously they have to heal him with something in the other world. It's like fix his heart or whatever it was.
Yeah, and Babs at the end is speculating, because she sees the aftermath. She's like, wait, is this something that's happened to him that's came back with him from that other world? Was he always like some sort of weird supernatural villain? Or like, what else is going on? I'm a little bummed about the ending, because the ending makes me... I mean, I'm sure it's going to be better than these last two issues, but I'm not necessarily excited about, like, more Jason stuff.
Whole stuff with Jason, yeah.
I mean, that said, though, if he is like a proper like monster movie villain now, then maybe that could be fun if they lead into that. But I feel like we're still going to do she has kind of feelings for him, and she's not going to know what to do, and yada yada yada.
What is it with DC and Jason's?
I don't know. It's the worst. The sad part about this is that Batgirl's been so consistent throughout pretty much ever since Rebirth started, and it's only really these last couple issues that have started to make it dip for the first time, really.
These last two issues are probably the worst since Rebirth.
And obviously there's been just some okay issues in between good issues before, but this feels like more like a directional kind of slump that we're going in.
And these are the first issues that were just bad. I think definitely the last one that was not a good issue at all, and even the ones that have been just wasn't as good as previous. That was the first one that was that level.
So hopefully we can turn it around next issue. Hopefully our fears are unfounded and we get some stuff.
I hope there's a different artist next time, because I thought the art in this was pretty rough. I think the dragon mostly looked okay, but a lot of Batgirl stuff really didn't. There's a panel, I think it's like right before the end, as she's swinging, when she's following Jason. It's the top of the second last page, and it's absolutely hideous. I don't understand what is going on with the proportions, her body, her face. No.
That's fair. Thank you. That's fair. Matt, this is, I think, the shortest one he wrote about in terms of like the length of his thoughts. He just said, "Glad this is over. Still hate the Jason and Bab stuff. To be honest, I half read it."
Kind of wish I half read it.
I mean, I will admit that, see, when I read a book like this where I'm like clearly out of it and don't really care about what's going on, there are certain like sort of sections of like, especially during like fights, where I'm just kind of like glossing over what's going on and I'm not really taking in the dialogue as much as I usually do. It's like a natural built-in kind of like, just get through this quicker. So Matt gave that a 6 out of 10, which honestly feels a little bit on the generous side. But this is weird, because I gave action a 5, right? So I give that a 5, and part of me wants to give Batgirl a 5 as well, but Batgirl is better overall, because it's not like a train wreck in art, and it's not a train wreck in story. I just don't really like it. So I think under that logic, I'm going to go with 5.5, because from a technical craft point of view, I mean, the art's not great, don't get me wrong, but it's much better than JRJR. So 5.5 from me. I don't know what you're giving it.
Yeah, well, of course you don't. I haven't told you yet. I'm coming from the perspective of not having just read JRJR, so the art probably seems a bit worse to me in that context, because I thought it was a lot of ugly things. Not the worst. I mean, just from memory, it's not JRJR bad, but I didn't think it was very good at all. I thought there was quite a few points where I was seeing problems. And the story, again, better than the last one. Not terrible, but just a chore to read and so much dialogue. And more importantly, so many caption boxes. So I'm going to give it a 4.5.